Welcome dear students in our new video. I hope you watched my last video. In this video we will discuss the same exercise, that is 14.1. So here question is, in a retail market, fruit vendor were selling mangoes. He is selling mangoes. Using the following data, find the mean, and for finding mean, which method is to be use, or you choose which method. Now dear students, observations are given, number of mangoes that is given, and number of boxes they are also given. Now if you observe the class interval here, 50 to 52, right? So the difference between these two is 2. Again 53 to 55, again there is a gap of 2. But the problem is here first class interval is 50 to 52 and next class interval is 53 to 55. So you will find there is a gap between these two class intervals, and if you find such a gap, we have to fill this gap. Okay, we have to make them in a continuous form. This is discontinuous class interval, so we have to make them continue. Now here, in order to find a solution, to make class interval in continuous form, what we have to do? Now consider into class interval. Now take lower limit of higher class and upper limit of its previous class. So 53 is lower limit of higher class and 52 is upper limit of its previous class. So subtract them. 53 minus 52, that is 1. Correct. You may take any class interval, but the method is take lower limit of higher class and upper limit of its previous class. So here 53 minus 52, that becomes 1. Here divide it by 2. Difference divided by 2. So that difference, which difference? Lower limit of higher class minus upper limit of previous class. So 53 minus 52. 53 minus 52 by 2, that becomes 1 by 2, that becomes 0.5 exactly. Now here we have to use this correction factor. Okay, what do we have to do? We have to use this 0.5. We have to subtract from every lower limit and we have to add in every upper limit. So subtract 0.5 from lower limit and add 0.5 to every upper limit to make them continue. To make them continue, we use this correction factor, okay, which is 0.5. Now dear students, here our class interval that becomes in a continuous form, class interval, then its corresponding frequency, then class mark, okay, class mark xi. Then comes, we have to use this table, okay. So class interval, frequency, then xi, then di is the difference, okay, deviation, what we can say, x minus a is the assumed, right. Then we have to use ui as the di upon h. H is known as the height of the class interval, and then we will use fi into ui. Correct. Now dear students, to make this class interval in a continuous form, now look here, it is 50. So we have to subtract 0.5. Subtract 0.5 from lower limit. So 50 minus 0.5, that becomes correct 49.5. And add 0.5 to upper limit. So 52 plus 0.5, that becomes 52.5. Correct. Again, add. Subtract 53 minus 0.5, that becomes 52.5. Exactly. Add 0.5 to the upper limit, that is 55 plus 0.5, that becomes 55.5. Again, subtract 56 minus 0.5, that becomes again 55.5. Add to upper limit, that becomes 58.5. Again, subtract, it is 58.5. Add, that becomes 61.5. Again subtract 62 minus 0.5, that becomes 61.5 minus, here add, so 64.5. So dear students, here we have to make some adjustment, that we are using this correction factor. We subtract from every lower limit 0.5, subtracting, and 0.5 we have to add in upper limit. So we continue this form, subtract 0.5 from lower limit and add 0.5 to every upper limit. So that we can get a continuous class interval like 49.5 to 52.5. Okay. So this is again 52.5 to 55.5. Again 55.5 to 58.5. So that the class interval, they are in a continuous form. Now, what are the frequencies, dear students? They are given. For first class interval, frequency is 50. Next 110. Next 135. Next 115. Next 25. Now, here class mark, as I have told you in my previous video, that to find class mark, it is nothing but the sum of lower and upper limit divided by 2, right? So 49.5 plus 52.5 upon 2. So it is nearly about 102.0, right? Upon 2, that becomes 51. So first class mark is 51. Now dear students, if the gap is same, 49.5 to 52.5, if you subtract this lower limit from upper limit, 52.5 minus 49.5, that becomes exactly 3. So we have to add 3 to every class interval to get the next xi, next value of xi, or you may repeat the same process, lower limit plus upper limit divided by 2, or you may add the difference, the common difference to this. So here the common difference is 49.5 and 52.5. The difference is 3. So here is also difference is 3. Here is also difference is 3. So you may add this 3 common difference to every class mark. So 51 plus 3, that becomes 54. Plus 3, that becomes 57. Plus 3 becomes 60. And plus 3 becomes 16. Correct. Now, in this table, we have to use the A. A is known as the assumed mean, and we know assumed mean that we are taking here is the exact middle value, right? This is 57. So put here A as 57. A as 57. Now we have to find the deviation di. Xi. This xi minus A. A we are assuming as 57. So what is the meaning of this? 51 minus 57. So that becomes correct, minus 6. Again 54 minus 57, that becomes minus, correct, minus 3. Again 57 minus 57, that becomes 0. 60 minus 57 is 3. And 63 minus 57, that becomes, correct, 6. So this is called as the deviation. Here we are assuming 57 as A and xi minus A. A is constant here. What is changing? Values of xi are changing. 51 minus 57, 54 minus 57, 57 minus 57, 60 minus 57 and 63 minus. Got it? Next column is UI. Now UI is di upon h. Now here h is what? H is the height. 51 to 54, 54 to 57, that becomes height, or the height of the class interval is 3. Now di is this, so it is minus 6 upon 3, that becomes, correct, minus 2. Again this is value of di, so di upon h is constant here 3, so minus 3 upon 3, that becomes, correct, minus 1. 0 upon 3, 0, right? 3 upon 3, 1. And 6 upon 3, this is UI. What we have done here? We are taking h as a constant. H is the height of the class interval. So we know the height is 3. How we measure the height? Upper limit minus lower limit. Upper limit minus lower limit. Take any class interval. Upper limit minus lower limit, you will get the value of h. So 52.5 minus 49.5, that becomes 3. So h is 3. H is constant everywhere. That's why we are taking h as 3. And this is what di upon h. Di is this value. Upon h is 3. So minus 6 upon 3, minus 3 upon 3, 0 upon 3, 3 upon 3, and 6 upon 3. That becomes. So we get this column. Now last column is fi into ui. Now dear students, please make sure you are taking the appropriate column. Here is your fi and here is your ui. So you have to multiply these two columns. Values in between these two columns. So 15 into minus 2. 15 into minus 2, that becomes minus 30. Then 110 into minus 1. That is minus 110. Next one is 135. 135 into 0, that becomes 0. 115 into 1. 115 into 1, that becomes, correct, 115. And the last one, 25 into 2, that becomes 50. Now, if you find the summation of fi ui, if you add this, it is 165 minus 140, that becomes 25, right? So this is 25, and if you add this, it is summation of fi, right? So you will find that this is summation of this is summation of fi is, correct, 400, right? So dear students, we have the formula as mean x bar is a plus summation of fi ui upon summation of fi into h. That is the formula that we know. What is a? And we use this assumed mean method. Why? Because the values of fi and di, they are greater. So if values are greater, then we have to use this assumed mean method. If values are small, then we have to use direct method. We will see this direct method in this example, right? So here, what is a? This mean. What is a, dear students? A, we know a is 57. plus summation of fi into ui is 25. Summation of fi is 400. Height h is what? H is, we call this as the height. So height is what? Height is, now if you perform the division here, it is that becomes 60. Okay, so this becomes what? It is 57 plus 3 by 16, right? And if you have this division, 3 by 16 is 57 plus, if you divide this, it is 0.187. Division is 0.1875, and this is what? This is 57.1875. This is our value. And hence, dear students, we find the mean. Again, I tell you, whenever the values of frequencies they are greater, then we have to use this assumed mean method. What we have to do here? The class interval they are in a discontinuous format, so we use here the correction factor. How do we obtain correction factor? Difference between lower limit of higher class and upper limit of its previous class. So 53 minus 52 upon 2 divided by 2. That is the formula for finding the correction factor. So difference upon 2. 53 minus 52, that becomes 1. 1 by 3, that becomes 0.5. So we have to use this 0.5, this correction factor, with this. Okay, and hence we find this 0.5 is to be subtracted from every lower limit and to be added from every upper limit. That's why we use this 0.5, we subtracting here, 0.5 add here. So we get this continuous class interval, and after getting this class interval, we have this. Okay. Now, dear students, here, one more problem is there. Here, a class teacher has absentee report. It has the absentee record of 40 students of class for whole term. Okay, and we have to find the mean. Find the mean number of days of student was absent. Now here data is given. If you observe, the class interval is in the continuous form, 0 to 6, 6 to 10, 10 to 14, and so on. They are in continuous form, so there is no need to use the correction factor. Exactly. Now here we have to construct table, okay, as follows, right? So first we will take the class interval, right? Then its corresponding frequency, right? Then xi, that is class mark xi, right? So class mark xi. Next column is di. Di is what? Same, xi minus a. A is what? Our assumed mean. And then last column is fi into di. Very good. This is our table. We have to consider this table. Okay, so there is no need to find this ui because we are not using this method, because values of this fi they are very small. So use the direct method. Now the class interval, dear students, it is given 0 to 6. Frequency is 11. Next class interval 6 to 10. Frequency is correct 10. Next is 10 to 14. Frequency is 7. Next is 14 to 20. Frequency is 4. Next is 20 to 28. Frequency is 4. Next 28 to 38. 28 to 38. Frequency is 3. And 38 to 40. 38 to 40. Frequency is 1. Okay. Now dear students, here we have these two columns. Now next column is a class mark. So in a class mark we have to add lower and upper limit divided by 2. 0 plus 6 by 2, that is 3. 6 plus 10, that is 16. 16 by 2 is correct 8. 10 plus 14, that is 24. 24 by 2, that is 12. 14 plus 20, 34 divided by 2, that is correct 17. Next 20 plus 28, that is 48. 48 by 2, that is 20, correct 24. Next 28 plus 38 divided by 2, that becomes 33. And 38 plus 40, 38 plus 40, that becomes 78. 78 by 2, that becomes 30, correct 30. So we get this column. Now next column is xi minus a. Now dear students, you have to select a out of this xi column. Now here you will find 1, 2, 3, 4. Fourth and fifth observation you may take as a. But out of these two observations we have to take the smaller value. That's why we have to take 17 as our a, as you would be, that is 17. Right. Now deviation, as usual, as we have done here, same process we have to repeat. Di is what? Deviation. Xi minus a. Xi is this, so it is 3 minus a is 17. A is constant here, dear students. Okay, so we have to subtract every value of this from 17. So 3 minus 17, that becomes minus 14, correct. 8 minus 17, that becomes minus 9. 12 minus 17, that becomes minus 5, correct. 17 minus 17, that becomes 0. 24 minus 17, that becomes 7. 33 minus 17, that becomes 16. And 39 minus 17, last, this a is constant here, so that is 20. Hence we obtain this column.